people that intern for you.
Isn't
I
it
guess.
fucked up how when you say like the word slave, automatically like in general people think of like, oh, black people, but
Right.
black people aren't the only. There's still slaves nowadays, and like just sex slaves or just people from that come from a poor background and they're slaves to other people. People living out in Vietnam per se, and then they get bought
who aren't
out.
black.
Yeah, that got bought out by some rich person that lives in Korea or China, and they're forced to do labor or do work for them until X amount of years. Then they can do whatever they want. They get freed. It's just crazy. It's crazy that that's still happening nowadays in the world. Like when you say the word slave, you think like, oh, fucking 300-400 years ago. But no, that shit is like still, even here in the United States with the 13th Amendment and stuff, and having people that are in prisons working for 5 cents a day. They're doing all this freaking crazy laborious work for a couple of cents.
Or even churches like the Scientology church.
Yeah. It's wild, bro. It's wild how there's still slaves nowadays. So that's what you want to be about? You want to just join the Scientology, become a predominant member, and then move out to a cabin and make sure those people are your slaves?
No, if I had money like the way you're mentioning it, I could definitely afford employees.
Nah, but see,
stuff.
I wouldn't.
I would love to have a maid. I would love to have a gardener.
Okay, yeah,
that takes care of the land.
I would have that, not in a fucking cabin in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Why not? That would be so sweet. They could live at the house. They have their own fucking rooms.
I don't know. I feel like that's weird. At that point,
that's how it is in Brazil. A lot of maids live at like rich people's houses.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel weird, I guess. I would need to like literally go to Brazil and find like a humble person from Brazil to come work over here, as opposed to like, I don't know, I feel like as Americans we're very much spoiled, and then I'll be like, you know what, this isn't for me anymore, I'm leaving, and I'm like, fuck, now I gotta find another person to do this shit.
I mean, I'm sure you could find people that are willing to do that here.
Yeah,
I'm sure that, bro, there's a lot of people in the countryside that are willing to do work like that.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know, there's just something. You
can't pick like a fucking valley girl to to be a maid.
But I guess there's just something in like, really, when I have like a maid in the future, I would want her to be like this like aunt type of figure from Brazil, because I would want her to cook some Brazilian food and know how to like, just things to make me feel more at home with my own culture. And like I would want her to help raise my kids, and I'd want her to speak Portuguese to my kids, so my kids kind of pick that up, as opposed to hiring somebody that only speaks English.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right about that. You do have your preferences.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely do. And I don't know, there's just something like so warming about having like this auntie type figure, especially from like Brazil, for example. I don't know, it just makes me feel at home, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe someone that you already know that is looking for a job.
I would pay one of my family members, honestly. Like a family member that isn't really doing anything. I'll be like, hey, like, would you want to come live with me? And, I don't know about family, though. Family could get a little bit complicated because it's just family's family. Maybe I'll just hire outside, and then eventually they become family because you've known them for so long.